Sure. It is cold out here, baby. You heard me? I don't know if y'all know. I don't know what city you at or where you're from, but it's chilly willy out here, man. In case you didn't know. Rock, I know over there in Ohio, I'm pretty sure it's probably snowing, but over here in Maryland, man, it's just windy city. I thought Michael Jordan was outside, man. It's getting real. It's getting cold, and I know we on this hot, cold thing lately. And my boy ATM sent me this puffer, a South Harmon Jordan jacket. So I said, today, let me break that out, because, baby, I'm going to tell you something. Even in the doors, inside, I need to wear this damn thing because it's so freaking cold, man. I couldn't walk my dog. It is one of them days, Rock. But we going to bring some heat. We going to get in the kitchen. We going to cook up how we cook up. And we going to bring them a little bit of flavor, man. So how you feeling today, big dog?
I'm feeling pretty damn good. That puffer looks pretty fire. And when I zoom in on it a little bit closer, those eyes look like googly eyes because of your green screen. Those eyes are going crazy on that sugars. But I'm doing good, Fizz. I'm excited for week 10. It was a pretty insane week, so I'm excited to get into it with you and with all the wonderful people that are tuning in this morning. So
yeah, and as you're talking, I hear whistling outside, like, bro, it's getting real. I was so scared to walk my dog. I ain't want to go flying in the air, man. So I said, let me just relax, baby. But it is a good day, man. Good weekend of football. For those that won their fantasy leagues, congratulations. I actually lost to my boy, Mr. Voorhees, because Jalen Hurts only got me 13 points last night. So I lost by 3 points because of last night's game, but it is what it is. And Rock, I did want to bring this up because I forgot the damn name now. When y'all talked about it on Star City, I gotta tell my own personal grievance right now. I want to bring this up, bro, because this is personal. You know, me and my boy, Mr. Voorhees, we in all our leagues together. That's my dog. But Rock, do you want to know who he had in his lineup? There's one guy from Star City that y'all had a back and forth about why does this even matter conversation. It was one guy. He plays the receiver position. He had one catch, and he pretty much won people weeks for that catch.
Was it Kyle Williams?
Kyle mother effing Williams, bro. This man had Kyle Williams and beat me by 3 points. I could not believe
Oh, my God.
So I say that to say I'm pretty sure he didn't even watch that situation. But Kyle Williams has won people week 10. So just a shout out to him and those that had him on their team. That it just so happened that when he plays me, he's going to do that. I should have expected it.
Well, it just kind of goes to show how hard it is to start shit. I mean, I feel very, very proud that I'm at over 60%. People think, oh, it's over 60%. That's barely over 50%. You're barely doing better than half. Guys, start shit is very, very tough because you have guys like Kyle Williams, who I went through the stats. It's just like I went over the whole season. I think he had up negative points up until that game, Fizz.
Bro,
and then he finally did something. The coaches said we were going to get him more involved. Fizz, half the time they say that, the guy has an even worse game. So it's just like a 50-50 shot whether or not. So when I saw that, I immediately think every time, guys, when I see players have big games like that, immediately I think, man, I lost some people some weeks on start shit. So I do apologize. It is tough. It's not for the faint of hearted, but I'm glad to be able to do that with EV, and it was awesome having Adam this past week.
Yeah, for sure. And I will just start saying in the chat, if they play me, start them. All right, baby, I'm going to start putting that out there because it seems to happen every damn time. But, Rock, man, this is a hell of a week, like I said. And we got breaking news, but we're going to say that for a little later because I want to segue that into what the game is. But actually, you know what? Forget the segues, baby. Let's talk about the game, and then we'll segue into the firing of Brian Daboll. So, of course, as you know, the Chicago Bears won this game. New York Giants had the lead pretty much the whole game, dominating the Chicago Bears at some point. And we was wondering, hey, you know, this is a losing team, but think about previous weeks. They played the Denver Broncos, dropped the bag in the last quarter of the game. They lost the week before to the Saints, or 2 weeks prior to the Saints, dropped the bag at the end of the game. So it seems like this team collapses. Everything looks good. They climb up to the top of the ladder, and for whatever reason, the legs on that ladder give up, and they fall all the way back down like Jack and Jill on that hill, baby. So I'm just trying to figure out, Rob, what's up with this game? First of all, how did you feel about it? What was the outcome? Or the outcome, and then the actual news that we got afterwards with Brian Daboll and him being gone. Do you think, one, he was a scapegoat, and was this game the reason, or was it already him being in the pot and they were just looking for the moment to pull this trigger?
Well, let's start off with the game first, Fizz. Here
Yes.
are some of the crazy stats that came from this game. The Bears overcame a 10-point fourth quarter deficit to win 24-20. That is their largest fourth quarter comeback since 2021. Jackson Dart, he had 2 rushing touchdowns on 66 yards. He became the first quarterback in NFL history to record at least 1 passing and 1 rushing touchdown in 5 of his first 6 starts. And then the last stat I had, the Bears allowed 0 sacks, Fizz. Caleb Williams was able to stay upright the entire game. That is their second game this season in which they did not allow a sack. So I think did you also see that heater that Caleb Williams had where he barely missed DJ Moore? That was one of the craziest throws I've seen from Caleb Williams. If he would have caught that, man, that would have been one of the plays of the entire season. So Caleb Williams, he's very hot. He's very cold. At least he heated up in the second half, Fizz. Jackson Dart, until he had that concussion, man, it just seems like every week he keeps getting better and better, Fizz.
Yeah.
Absolutely love what I'm seeing from Jackson Dart. But this is another week, Fizz. I keep going back to this analogy, just where Jackson Dart, he's just losing soldiers every week, comrades, people in arms to be able to go to battle with him.
And losing himself too, right? He got a concussion after concussion after concussion. What's going on?
Yeah, he lost his head in this game, but he has 1 less comrade, 1 less guy that he can hug and kiss and do whatever he wants to do after the game.
Yep.
His guy, Brian Daboll, is gone. So how about you give me your thoughts first so I don't just keep rambling on, Fizz?
I just say it wasn't the cleanest game for either side. I mean, Jackson Dart didn't have any touchdowns. Tyron Tracy had a solid game, and Darius Slayton, which, we haven't really seen him all year. So he came through. But I just say this, man. Caleb, like you said, is very hot and cold. I believe they know what they want to do. It's just the execution, man, from the Bears. They seem like that team, Rock, to me. They have to be in a situation where they're about to lose, and then they got to come back. Because it seemed like every single week they're this close to losing, and then Caleb has this comeback MVP story to close out the game and win it. That's usually how their wins have been this year. And I just think this team, I mean, just looking at what Jackson Dart is doing, the run game being up and down with Tyron Tracy, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton. I mean, these guys, bro, won't ever make an All-Pro, won't ever make a Pro Bowl, and they're actually competing. And I always said this even before Neighbors got hurt. With this season, I look at this season how I thought the Commander season would go last year. You really just want to show that you can compete. You're not looking to win a bunch of games because, bro, let's be real. How many teams are they going to beat with this roster? They're not going to beat a lot of teams with this roster. And I think as an owner, as a fan, you just got to be real with yourself I know you give me squint in the eyes, bro, but let's be real. Who are they going to beat with this team that we say, go ahead. You're going to cut me off, man. It's cool. Go ahead. Take up for the ball.
They could have beaten the last 4 teams that they played.
But they weren't supposed to even be in those games. That's what I'm saying, though.
I don't know about that.
But they weren't supposed to be in those games anyway, if you look at the roster.
Fizz, I'm not one of those guys that already simulates and tells you who's going to win and who's going to lose before they play the game. All right, I'm not going to do what you're talking about right now where, they're not supposed to win this game. The Raiders
going to be Buffalo and the Chiefs and the Ravens?
Fizz, that's why they play the game. That's why they play the game, Fizz, because you never know on any given Sunday with the amount of talent that's in the NFL, with the amount of hard work and coaching and scheme that goes into it, it's anyone's game. It's anybody's game.
It is.
And for these games, they are up by double digits, Fizz.
Sure.
They are up on the Cowboys with 10 seconds left in the game. Brandon Aubrey had to hit an insane long-ass field goal in order for them to win that game. Russell Wilson had the second best career game of his entire career. So whenever you have games like that, where players are going out and they're having career games, you're making me lose my voice trying to talk about the damn ass Giants.
Go ahead.
But Fizz, with all of these games, if you lose games like that, it comes down to the coaching. It doesn't come down to the players. The players are doing exactly what they need to be doing. Actually, they're playing above what they're expected to be doing. Jackson Dart is having a hell of a season with nobody. You just brought it up. Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton, Tyrone Tracy, Devin Singletary. These guys are, like you said, they're not going to make Pro Bowls. They're not going to be in the Hall of Fame. And he's in all of these games. So it's a disservice to Jackson Dart. It's a disservice to that defense. All the talent they have on this team, it's obvious that they're in these games, Fizz.
For sure.
The issue is Brian Daboll. So I don't blame it whatsoever for them firing him. He's had 3+ years. He took him to one playoff. And you also get to see what Daniel Jones is doing out in Indianapolis. I mean, he, for half the season, Fizz, has looked like one of the top players at the quarterback position through the NFL. And that is an indictment on Brian Daboll. It's not in his favor whatsoever. And when you have all these close games, it just comes down to coaching, Fizz. You have to be able to execute on the coach's side. So I don't blame them whatsoever for Brian Daboll. It sounds like you want to keep Brian Daboll there. I don't know why you wouldn't want to keep doing that to him. He hasn't proven anything, Fizz. Nothing. And he's had multiple years to be able to get it done. I don't want to see Jackson Dart get ruined. They need to be able to change things up. It isn't getting any better. He's had multiple years. So that's my case against it.
I actually like that case, brother. You actually got my mind wondering a little bit about what I feel. But I'll just say this, bro. They held on to Ben McAdoo for way too long. They held on to, you know what I'm saying? Like you gave all these other guys opportunities, and you give this guy, he finally gets his quarterback. His whole team is in shambles. He's losing the star player every single week. I feel like next year is the year that you pull the trigger. Just not right now. I didn't expect this team to do much anyway. And then now next year coming in, because remember, a lot of people were saying maybe Jackson Dart might not be the answer. They might replace him in the draft. I think that conversation
not anymore.
Exactly. That conversation is over with. But who's the next coach, Rock? Because we go through this coaching carousel every single year, every offseason. They bring a new guy in. I'll just say this. If you get rid of Brian Daboll, and I'm going to go to my Jets theory and my other losing team theory. If I don't see a solidified coach that knows the game, that's been coaching for a while, I'm talking about head coach, Rock. I don't mean a rookie coach. If I see a rookie coach come in, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator come in and coach this team, we're going to get the same exact results. Because losing teams with rookie coaches continue to lose, bro. It's proven evidence in this league right now. When you're looking at the Jets, when you're looking at, even the Bears was in question at one point. People was worried about what they were doing. A lot of teams get rookie coaches, and that's why they keep getting new coaches every single 3 years, because they get offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. They haven't gotten that guy. They need a guy that's going to say, I got the proven hardware of being a head coach. This is how you do it. Because if they go out there and get a college coach or a John Gruden, man, I don't want to see none of that garbage, man. I'm hearing John Gruden. I'm hearing Lane Kiffin. I'm hearing all these names. Man, I don't want to hear none of that. I need to see some real coaching, or you just wasted your time with this move, man.
There's coaches are like quarterbacks. We really don't know which ones are going to click and which ones aren't. But when the situation is like it is, and it's been as bad as it has been for 3+ years now, you need to change something. You can't just stick with the same coach the same way you stick with the same quarterback, especially after 3 years. And you haven't seen diddly squat from it, especially when the morale is crushed. When you have 4 fourth quarter collapses like Brian Daboll has had, I mean, it just comes down to the coaching. It's just that is all on him. And for me, Fizz, with this roster, with having Jackson Dart, with having Malik Neighbors, with having all these pieces on defense, they're going to be at the top of the pecking order when it comes to coaching candidacy.
Yeah.
So
imagine if you went through the coaching section last year, and then Ben Johnson got the dream job in Chicago, but everybody else kind of just scrambled to take whatever was left.
This will be last year's Chicago.
This is number one on the list of teams, unless some random coach from in Buffalo or something like that. But this right here is the one that people should want. The New York media, all that good stuff is popping in New York. But we're gonna have Malik Neighbors, Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo. The defense still got your first round pick. I think it's a dream job for a lot of offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. But I really think it's going to be a Sean McVay tree like X guy that should come. It's probably what's going to happen. But I just hope a John Gruden don't pop up, right? Because I'm done with the New York Giants for going back into this old barrel of crabs, man.
Well, I like John Gruden. I think actually he would have been a hell of a coach. He would have done, I think, a far better job than what is happening out in Las Vegas right now. When you only have 2 wins with the Pete Carroll and Kelly experience, it's one of the It's one of the worst watches in football right now.
It is.
I think John Gruden would do a far better job of that. But for me personally, if I had to say it right now, Joe Brady is probably going to be the next head coach out of the Buffalo Bills. But if he keeps calling games like he did against the Miami Dolphins, maybe they're not going to go with Joe Brady. So it's very tough. It's a tough situation. Maybe we should move on, Fizz. We've talked about
we are. Cause we
this
didn't
bum ass and this bum ass franchise for way too long.
Hey man, go get you some New York style pizza today, baby. Celebrate this if you care about it. If not, it's all good. Me and Rock is in the building though. We will holler at the people. We want to let y'all know it's the cook up, baby. It's a chilly day, chilly morning. Hopefully you having a good time. We about to heat up the kitchen. We about to get to cooking. Week 10 recap is getting started. Rock, man. Let's get these people what they came here for, Playboy.
Alrighty.
Hey, they wrote me off, I ain't write them back. Follow me, but don't double tap. I ain't liking that. You subscribe, I monetize. Now who's striking that? Wanna see the contract? Who got the rights to that? This my story, I spent my whole life on that. Time's up. Shador Sanders with the rollie in the armor. I could do this shit with my eyes closed. The main attraction don't come at me with no side show. I'm selling high, they wanna buy low.
Yes, sir. Just like that, we back, baby. Let's holler at the people, though, Rock, man. We got who we got up in? My boy D.I., man. Whenever I see beautiful people, I know it's my boy. Hold on. My bad, D. I'm disrespecting you with this ugly, terrible, fired banner behind you. Let me get this graphic up out of here, Playboy. You ain't fired. You still here, all right? We appreciate you. My boy D.I. is up in the building, man. Pops is here. He said it's cold outside, but it's hot in here. It is hot in here. I don't know if it's hot where you at, Pops, but it's hot up in here, man. That's for sure. Boy, he's got the victory, man. Freddie versus Jason, and unfortunately, Jason got me this time. All right, it's all good, though, man. My boy Connor is up in here, man. Who else we got up in here, Rock? My boy Geis, and we got Govnick again. Bro, I'm all over the place right now. My boy Govnick is in the building. You know how we know we glad you here, big dog. But Rock, man, we glad to be here, man. It was a good week of football, like I said earlier. I think that Giants one was the one I want to start off with because now I'm gonna get to some more diabolical game, something that I thought I would never make a graphic for. Right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I even told myself when I made this morning, what the shuck is going on. I gotta figure out why the hell Tyler Shuck has a graphic and why did he do my boy Jake like that? Jake ain't even in the chat today. That's how bad Tyler Shuck did them boys, man. Rock. What's up with Tyler Shuck and what the shuck is going on out here in the NFL if this dude gets a graphic, man? What's up with it, Rock?
This dude. Fizz, I guess even the worst quarterbacks can have games like Tyler Shuck. Everything.
Rock, the Carolina Panthers beat Buffalo. They beat the Cowboys. They beat all these teams and lose. What the shuck? Come on, man. This is what you meant earlier when you said any team can win on any given Sunday. If I ever had to quote you, this is the time to quote you, my brother, because nobody saw this coming whatsoever.
And it's too bad I wasted it on Brian Daboll and not our dude Tyler Shuck. So Tyler Shuck, he threw for 282 yards and 2 touchdowns, Fizz. They held the Panthers. The Saints held the Panthers to 175 total yards on offense. Chris Olave, he had a 62-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah.
And the win snapped a 4-game losing streak for the Saints for their first road win of the season, Fizz. Absolutely crazy. I think what this game comes down to is the Panthers really want to win a certain way. They really want to win with Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard by just running the shit out of the ball. And they want to win with their defense, Fizz. So if they can win with those two components, then it's all good. But for some reason, the Saints somehow shut down one of the best rushing attacks in the NFL. I can't name a single player on their defense, Fizz, outside of Demario Davis that's still playing there. Cameron Jordan still plays there too. Outside of that, they really don't have really much on defense whatsoever. Alvin Kamara, finally, he's been on such a cold streak.
Yes.
For the New Orleans Saints. Finally got it going with them. And then, Tyler Shuck, he was just able to execute the game exactly the way that they needed to. Getting rid of Rashid Shaheed and trading him to the Seahawks, you would think that would have been a huge downgrade, but they weren't really using him that much anyway, Fizz. So I didn't watch a lot of this game personally.
Nobody did, bro.
I think that's what it came down to. It's just the Panthers were not able to win the game the way that they wanted to. They got shut down in the run game. And you think with Tedero McMillan, with Jalen Coker, you would be able to win it, through the passing game. But Bryce Young, dude.
Bro, Bryce, I'm not sure because I'm not looking at the stat right now, but he definitely averages under 200 yards a game passing.
120 yards right in this game.
Yeah, and last week I think it was 170, 189 or something like that. So it's just not looking good, man. You want to talk about somebody being replaced soon? I think Bryce Young is at the top of that list of guys getting replaced and moved on from.
Yeah, I mean, you called it that QB class between him, Stroud. It's just and like it hasn't. Anthony Richardson was a different year.
No, that was the same year. A-Rich, Stroud, and Bryce. That was the same year.
Was? All right. Well, that's a terrible year then. I thought it was a different season.
Hold on. Let me fact check it. Keep going. I'm gonna fact check it. But yeah, I want to say it was the same year.
But New Orleans Saints, all they did with this win is just completely screw up their chances of a rebuild. I mean, it's just like now instead of having the front row seat, I think it was between them and the Jets. There's a whole bunch of teams, unfortunately, Fizz, that are at 2-8. It's them, it's the Jets, it's the Browns, and also too Pete Carroll's Raiders. So there's
Bryce 101, Stroud 102, A-Rich 104, Billy Playboy.
Wow, what a terrible draft.
See, that's what made me bring it up. Like, hold up, bro, this is one of the worst. Man, I mean, it's easy to say now, but man, looking back, sheesh, that was pretty bad, man.
All that arguing about CJ Stroud or Bryce Young, damn,
I know
it didn't matter. It didn't really end up mattering because Davis Mills actually had a win instead of CJ Stroud. But I'm done talking about this.
I was just about to say, I ain't gonna lie. I know we talked too much about the Giants. We basically getting the trash out the way, man. We done took the trash out this morning for the dumpster come, for the trash man come through. Rock, we getting rid of the trash early, baby. All right.
Fizz, are we just going to go through all the players that we got wrong? Like, are you going to bring up the next Tyler Shuck? Is that what we're going to do all morning?
Well, I'm going to give you the $250 million Tyler Shuck. We're going to talk about Trevor Lawrence, and his form is here because he lost to General Mills cereal, and I'm trying to figure out how the hell a box of Lucky Charms and Rice Krispie treats, that might be Kellogg's, I don't know. But how the hell General Mills come through and smash on these Jaguars like this, Rob? Because every week I say this, the Jaguars are a fraud, man. I say this every single week, and I'm going to be honest. I really believe that they are, bro. Now, granted, they didn't have Brian Thomas Jr. They didn't have Travis Hunter. They got Jacoby Myers in town. It was something new. But, bro, I don't care about none of that. This defense is one of the best defenses to start this season off. Like, I'm talking about turnovers, takeaways. Every single game, they was leading the league in takeaways. And just looking at what they let this backup Davis Mills do when we thought CJ Stroud played bad and awful throughout the year. Should Mills had a job at this point? We just talked about Bryce Young getting replaced. I mean, what the hell is going on, man? I know I'm trolling right now with that, but that boy Davis Mills went out there and got to cooking, man. He did it in the second half of the game. They was losing the whole game until the second half.
Yeah, because for some reason he forgot that Nico Collins was on his team the first half.
Yeah, you're right.
He like, wait a second. So here's some crazy stats. Also, too, with the potential fraud, it's kind of like Fizz when I sent you that meme yesterday where it's like potential fraud, and when you get on your phone, it has a picture of Trevor Lawrence. That's the one who's calling you. It says potential fraud. So yeah, it's pretty crazy when the golden child, the golden quarterback, and Trevor Lawrence loses to a Davis Mills. This is how it happened. So Jaguars blew a 19-point lead entering the fourth quarter, marking the largest blown lead in franchise history. They outscored them 26-0. Fizz, when my friend told me after the 1:00 games are over, and he's like, Texans won, I'm like, What do you mean? You mean the Jaguars won, right? They were up like 29-10. How did they lose? He's like, no, the Texans scored 26 points.
26 points, bro. Without C.J. Stroud. Crazy, man.
Yeah. Davis Mills had 292 yards, 2 touchdowns, and rushed for a game-winning touchdown with 31 seconds remaining. The Jaguars committed 9 penalties for 90 yards. And then the Jaguars registered sacks on 4 of 45 dropbacks. So, they were not able to put the game away like they absolutely needed to. So, Fizz, I've never seen, and it seems like we have like 1 or 2 of these every week. Now it seems like there's 4 or 5 fourth quarter blown leads.
Bro, every week, you're right.
Absolute collapses.
You're right. And
I
think that this, like I said, anybody that bet, nobody bet on the Texans. I know I lost some parlays because of this, but just thinking about, like I said, you trade for Jacoby Myers, who you thought instantly, okay, BTJ gone, Hunter gone, but at least they have a guy. Parker Washington is playing out of his mind right now, Rob. People that got him on their free agency bids for him, whatever you bid for him, he is a lifesaver in your flex position minimal. And it's just see that Davis Mills came out there, man, and really did what he did to this defense, man. It's just crazy. I know division games go like this and stuff like this happens, but I know last week we talked about the playoff positioning, and I think the Chiefs were 1 spot under the Jaguars, and we all pretty much thought the Chiefs would pretty much pop back up. I think right now with the coach winning late, what we'll talk about soon, the coach winning late, they've solidified that the AFC West South is locked down, and I don't think that we feared that they wouldn't win it. But it's guaranteed now at this point that they have that division locked in. And the Jaguars right now sitting at number 2 behind Indianapolis, 2 games behind them in the loss column. Texans 4-5, which they just won. I mean, the Texans could possibly outwin the Jaguars and take that little second spot. But I think looking at the AFC playoff spot, you can just lock the Chiefs in guaranteed for at minimum, the Jaguars spot where they were at in the last spot.
Fizz, let's talk about just your feelings of Liam Cohen and his first 10 weeks, as the head coach, and then Trevor Lawrence.
Good call.
So are you wanting to move off of Trevor Lawrence, or are you going to stick with him?
I'm going to be honest, bro. I've been trying to move off Trevor Lawrence since like week 3.
Oh, I mean, if you were in Liam Cohen's shoes.
Oh, sorry.
NFL perspective. We already have been past that with fantasy football.
Dynasty, hell yeah, please. I'll just say this, man. Liam Cohen, to me, I've looked at him on the sideline. I've watched the games and seen his reaction. Like, he seems like he's locked into the game. He's not one of them coaches that just sitting back, holding his playbook, waiting for players to tell him what's going on. Like, he's active. And even Trevor Lawrence and him had an exchange where Trevor like brushed him off. And so he seems like he's getting at Trevor, like, hey, do this. Right now, it doesn't seem like Trevor's reacting and taking it well, though. And he's starting.
He looks like that picture all the damn time.
He does. Bro, you know what he's giving me the vibes of? Carson Wentz. He's giving me the Carson Wentz vibes, bro.
Oh, God.
He's giving me the Carson Wentz vibes because one thing I learned about Carson Wentz, when everything's good, it's good. But once the pressure start coming and the boos start getting louder and the coach start yelling, it don't gel well with him, man. And I think Trevor's going through identity crisis as, damn, I left high school undefeated. I went to college pretty much undefeated, and now I'm in the NFL and I can't win a damn game. Like, I think he's really going through it right now, man.
It sounded great in the time when he was getting drafted, when he openly said that football is not the most important thing in his life. And people are like, oh, that means he's not committed to the game. But then other people, and I try to take this side of it as well, is that he just has things in balance. There are other things that are perhaps more important than football for a lot of different players, like family, their faith, other types of things like that. But Fizz, when shit hits the fan and it's been going bad for the last few years for Trevor Lawrence, you have to at least show that this is the most important thing to you.
Exactly.
You have to put in the time, you have to put in the effort, even in your heart, if you believe there are other things that are more important than football, because you just understand that one day you're going to have to hang it up and it doesn't last forever. You put that in perspective, that's fine. but you have to at least show physically, mentally, everything, that when you put in the work, that it is the most important thing, because people are putting their bodies out there, Fizz. A lot of people don't think about that aspect, but the game is so dangerous. There are some people who will never walk the same, never get a good night's sleep ever again after that. It's such a physical game. So to be able to say, you know what, with your body language, it's whatever. I'm just going to brush this off. I haven't been playing that good. I'm definitely not playing up to the level of my talent. Man, I am tired of seeing this shit. They need to be able to move off of these guys. Him, Kyler Murray, Tua, just get rid of these guys. Put them on the bench, send them a signal. I mean, do what happened to Luka, man. It's just like, show these guys that they are not the cornerstones of these franchises.
That's a good
They
point.
shouldn't have done it with Luka. They should have done it with all these bum-ass QBs.
But, bro, I actually like that point, because I'm going to go back to my boy, Justin Fields. And I remember him saying earlier this year, I forgot what they asked him, but he brought up and said, we're getting paid millions to play a child's game. This is a fun game. There are other things in life more important, but I'm glad to be here. And that didn't rub a lot of people well, because it's like, bro, you just got paid $20 million a year to take this job as a franchise coach for right now, and you talking about it's a child's game and we're having fun. No, I want my quarterback to be like, look, this is a man's game and I'm locked in. I don't want to hear about it's a child's game. And I want to hear, hey, we coming in to win these games, lock in. And I'm not saying that his thought process was the opposite, but exactly what you said about Trevor. When he said there's other things more important, he's right. It is. But when we watch you on Sunday, is nothing else more important than what we're seeing on this field. Everything else, when you clock out, might not be. But we want to see you step up, man, and do what we want you to do, because as the fan, as the owner, the guy that's paying you $200-something million, I didn't pay you to care about other things at the moment. I want you to take care of this team, because that's what I'm paying you to do.
These guys are entertainers. So when you take down that curtain, take down that wall, that fourth wall, that reality, and you engage with the audience and say, you know, this is just a child's game, it completely just kills, I don't want to say the vibe, but just the whole allure.
Right. It deflates that man armor that you were wearing. Like, this is a man's game, bro. This ain't no child's game. You come out there playing like a child, you gonna get knocked out. It's a man's game.
But when we look at this is supposed to be like modern day gladiators, Fizz. It really is. And it's dangerous. I mean, there are people who've almost died playing this game, Fizz. It's a super physical game, and you have to understand what it means to the people who are watching it. So it's just like, when you're locked in on game day, everything that you do, you have to take it seriously. You have to have a level of reverence and respect for it, and treat it with the same respect that other people have for it. Even if it is a child's game, you can't openly acknowledge that to other people in the same way that an actor, when they go and do a role for a film, they have to get into that role. Like, they can't just be like, you know, this is all fake. This doesn't mean anything.
Hey, look, I tell wrestlers to say this fake. You know what I'm saying? This is script.
Exactly.
I'm with
you.
And
so
I like this comment from Brian. He said, you could be humble at the same time. That doesn't inspire confidence, which you have to have at the quarterback position. And that's 100% facts, bro. Everybody's looking at this guy right here who gets paid the most, who is the one that's protected the most, the one that the refs going to make sure it look good, and the ones that the media is going to make look good or bad. So we don't want to hear today that, yeah, man, let's just go out there and have fun. No, let's go out there and win this damn game, because we ain't got no other choice. That's what we want to hear as a fan and as a teammate. And I like that comment right there, Brian. But Rob, I think we're done with this trash right now, man. We just keep going through the trash cycle until we get to something good. So I'm gonna give you something good to brag on, something to talk about, and something that I told you on a text message. I'm so glad I said what I said, because you lost hope and I never lost hope, baby. Let's talk about Lamar Jackson. All right, my boy LJ8. I try to tell you, Rock, it didn't matter what the record was, man. My boy come back is over with, man. Aaron Rodgers on a losing streak now. He's getting washed away. And the Baltimore Ravens are about to take this NFC North back, baby. I mean, AFC North back. They took down the NFC North. But the AFC North is back in business with I'm about to say the Falcons. I got the birds all wrong around here. Right? Lamar, I'm sorry, big dog. You should have went to the Falcons. But I'm just saying, Rock, I'm glad I stuck with my guns on LJ8, because we all know he needs to be in the playoffs. It ain't no playoffs that we ain't got Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson, bro. Nobody want to see a playoff like that. So let's get Lamar Jackson back in the playoffs, and let's get him at the top of the AFC North. I'm going to let you spill your heart out because your team is on a winning streak, man. They seem like they're back, but you don't look too convinced, man. What's up with it?
Well, Fizz, just because of what we just witnessed with these last few games that we were talking about, where teams who have no business winning or winning games, it's just hard to be able to believe that they're just going to be able to keep up this streak without getting tripped up just at least one time. And that one time, Fizz, the NFL is brutal. It is heartbreaking. So I'm not trying to set myself up for failure for them to miss the playoffs by just one game, Fizz, because it is only week 10. We still got 8 more weeks. We're barely halfway through, Fizz. So, but it is great. It is encouraging to be able to see my Baltimore Ravens go in and take care of business in Minnesota. Fizz, that's the first time they've actually ever won in Minnesota. It's pretty crazy. It was Lamar Jackson's 100th regular start. His career record now, Fizz, is 73-27. He trails only Mahomes, Brady, Roger Staubach, my dad's favorite quarterback, Roger Staubach, for the who had 76 wins in his first 100 starts. They had 3 takeaways, 2 interceptions, a forced fumble. They had 0 turnovers, Fizz. The Vikings were flagged 13 times for 102 penalty yards. I don't know if you're starting to see a little bit of a trend. A lot of these collapses, Fizz. A lot of these teams are completely undisciplined when it comes to the penalties.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, bro. Penalty after penalty after penalty, right?
The Ravens have usually been one of the worst when it comes to penalties, Fizz, over the last few years. John Harbaugh kind of just lets them play loosey-goosey. You know, a lot of times that ends up biting them in the ass in the worst time possible. This is the first road victory in Minnesota in their history. And then the Ravens outscored the Vikings 18-9 in the second half, flipping a 10-9 halftime deficit. So, I remember Evie saying that he had a source, a guy that he knew in Vegas that was taking Minnesota outright to beat them. I don't know about that, Evie. I don't know if that guy lost a whole bunch of money in that game or what happened. But JJ McCarthy did not look all that great in that game.
Nah, and to be honest, Rock, he took a major step back after what we saw last week, and I just think he's gonna have his growing pains, man. He got to go through the process. I think this year we can. I know you're saying week to week, you never know, but I think we can count the Minnesota Vikings out in 2025 as a real competitive team and a playoff contender. I think they just got to go through their lumps, man. In year one of the rookie who really didn't pass a lot in college, he came into last year, got hurt, played short this year, so. Gotta give him his time, man. But he does have Justin Jefferson. He got Jordan Addison. He got TJ Hawkinson. He got dogs around him that can catch. So all we need to do is get him to throw the ball, and we should be good to go. I will say, my boy Brian said, man, look, put your doctor's outfit on next week, Rock, because his team on IR, he needs some damn help. All right, get out the kitchen and you get in the character. All right, put your uniform on, man. Hook it up.
My dad's a doctor, so that makes me basically half a doctor.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, now we don't want Dr. Pepper. We want the Dr. Schultz. All right. We want a real doctor around here, man. Hook it up, Rock.
I could definitely do that for you next week. Yeah, man. It is so discouraging, Fizz, especially in redraft.
Yeah.
How many damn freaking injuries there are. And here's the thing. I was about to give
my
up.
Team, they hurt. I'm telling you that right now. I can give you a list of them.
It's you and everybody else. Because when I look at my team, I'm about to give up in most of my redraft leagues, Fizz. Pretty much already have. And then I look around and I'm like, oh, wait a second. I'm still in the playoffs because everyone's team is freaking hurt. But let's just give JJ McCarthy, Fizz, he's only played like 4 games. That's it. He's only played 4 games. It feels like he's been in the league so much longer. But he's only played 4 games, so let's give him a little bit of time.
And we love Kevin O'Connell, baby. I trust Kevo. He's home alone for the holidays. We all know that, and he missed the flight. So Kevin, hook it up, man. Make sure you ain't got no booby traps in the house. But Rob, I'm gonna ask you about your Ravens because you said you got a little bit of nerves. You don't know what's gonna happen. Let me know. I'm gonna give you the list, right? Week 10, they play Minnesota Vikings. They won. Cleveland Browns next week. Where we at?
As long as Dylan Gabriel's still playing for them.
Okay.
I don't know. I kind of want to see Shador Sanders play against them. Wouldn't that be awesome against the Ravens?
Well,
Could you imagine that storyline?
When Shador plays, I got a little surprise, man. I went ahead and made sure I got that because I said I got to hold out for my boy, man. So it might be a rolly watch. It might be some brown poop with a Shador on it. I don't know, but just know I got it, all right? But you let me know, man. Let me know where we at with the Ravens. They 4-5 right now. Cleveland Browns, where we at?
Loss. Or they're going to beat the Cleveland Browns. Yes.
Okay, I'm saying what?
So Cleveland Browns are going to lose. Yeah.
Bet 5-5. Okay, New York Jets.
6-5.
Okay, all right. Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, Joe Burrow's coming back. That's going to be a tough game.
Well, he's elevated over IR. He's not guaranteed.
He said he's going to be back at week 11. He said that. He will be back week 11.
All right. Well, I ain't gonna worry about it.
Tough.
Where we at with the Ravens, baby? I'm asking you, man. I ain't hook it up. 6-5 right now. Bengals next. What's up?
So if we already played them, we always split. Is that our first game against the Bengals?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well,
and it's a Thursday night too.
Oh man. All right. Yeah, we usually beat them on Thursday night. I'll say that.
It's at home Thursday night. So we're gonna go 8-5. Pittsburgh Steelers right after that.
You're trash. That's fine. 9-5.
9-5. Now you play the Bengals again.
Loss.
9-6.
I'll say yeah.
The Patriots, Green Bay.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
We'll probably split that.
Patriots, Green Bay, and the Steelers. So let's just say you got.
That's 11 wins then.
11-6, Rock. I'm going 11-6.
That should be good enough for the playoffs. At least one spot.
So what you worry about then, big dog? I'm telling you, we back in business, baby. All right, we back in business is what I'm trying to tell you. Relax.
Yeah, those last 3 games though are a little bit tough. I didn't know we were playing the Patriots and the Packers. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah. It's all right. LJ8 back there, man. We ain't worried about nothing. I might have to go to Baltimore, man. Holler at the Yos the way you over here acting, man. You get a little nervous on me, man. All right. But let's see what else we got, Rock. Because we had, like I said, hella games, a lot of good motion going on. We got through the trash. Now we're gonna talk about a disappointment, not necessarily trash, but this dude here, I was about to say Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, aka the MVP who stole it from Lamar Jackson last year. Man, to look at this game, Rock, and think, first of all, you lost to the Miami Dolphins. That's number one. But number two, the Dolphins dominated this entire game, and Buffalo didn't score to the fourth quarter, bro. They were down 18-0 and entering the fourth quarter, and then Buffalo just decided to get some garbage time points. But I mean, is this just like one of those weeks, Rock, or is this like Buffalo saying, "Look, we got to get some stuff together because we were hot and now we not"? What's up with this right here, Rock?
I think what we're seeing is very similar to what I was talking about with the Panthers. They want to win a certain way, Fizz, and that's through James Cook. James Cook, unfortunately, was limited to only 53 yards on 13 carries.
After they traded away all their players on defense and all that stuff, they actually decided to play defense this week.
Well, here's the thing. For the first few weeks of the season, absolutely correct. Miami Dolphins were one of the worst defenses in the NFL. It was kind of a competition between them and some other trash-ass teams, Fizz. But the last few games, I mean, they shut down Bijan Robinson, Fizz. So even though we are aware of the names that they have on defense, doesn't really matter because the last few weeks, they've been shutting down the run game. And they did it again with James Cook. And when Josh Allen has no James Cook, then the only thing he can do is rush for the ball, which he did on only 4 carries. He only had 31 yards. Fizz. So that's not going to get it done.
Nope.
And then Khalil Shakir led the receivers with 58 yards. Fizz, do you know how many players had catches in this game?
Buffalo
Bills
catches?
Yeah.
Well, Josh Allen had 28 completions. I ain't gonna cheat. I'm gonna say. I'm a guess and say 8.
11.
Okay. I figured if he had 28 completions and you asked me that question, it had to been a lot of players. So
do you know how many had for the Miami Dolphins had a catch?
I mean, 2 only had 100-something yards passing. 5. I'm gonna say 5.
5. So when you have 5 to 6 is a lot more normal. For a team, it's just like you got a couple tight ends and maybe you get a catch, 3 or 4 wide receivers, an RB. So yeah, But then when you have 11 guys that are making catches for the Buffalo Bills, that probably just kind of goes to show they really don't have a number one. They barely have a number two. They have a Khalil Shakir. They have Dalton Kincaid. Keon Coleman sucks. So when you have that many players that are trying to get a catch from Josh Allen, it really kind of just highlights they really don't know what they're doing when it comes to their pass catchers.
You're right.
And they tried to trade a first-round pick for Jalen Waddle. They wanted to send a 2027, and then the Buffalo or the Miami Dolphins said we want a 2026. So they would have accepted Jalen Waddle for a first if it was 2026. I don't know, Buffalo, why you wouldn't have been willing to send a 2026 for it. So,
especially when we expected to be a late 2026, like 29, 28, 30, 31. I mean,
I think a lot of it has to do. So I'm learning more and more when it comes to how difficult it is to be a GM Fizz when it comes to the salary cap. How important it is to make sure that you retain as many as your picks as possible, because not only do you want homegrown talent, the talent that you draft Fizz, it's a lot easier when it comes to the salary cap, being able to have them on those rookie deals. So to miss out on a top 32 player next year, I understand, especially if you really want the next 2 years to be your window with Josh Allen. But when you have no one to throw to.
I was just about to say, I mean, that sounds good, Rock, but I say this, maybe because it was Jalen Waddle. If it was A.J. Brown, they would have gave up a 26 first, bro. I think when you got a dominant receiver like Waddle, he's a good receiver, right? He has his times, but he doesn't give me that receiver one locked in. I'm a dominate on the offensive
It is
side.
rookie year. If you scheme him up right,
for sure. He was the first. I ain't gonna say the first Puka in the cool because he was drafted like he should. But I'm saying the record that Puka broke, he broke Waddle's record. Waddle set the record. So I'm with you. Yeah. I know it's rookie year.
So I mean, Waddle hasn't really done that much since then. So that's why I've been down on Waddle for the last few years. But yeah, the Buffalo Bills have been figured out. They were missing a couple of players on defense that are very important to them. So yeah, I think it's pretty crazy that the Miami Dolphins, who every team, everyone out there in the NFL streets were saying this team is going to roll over and die. But McDaniel, credit to him, credit to Devon Achane, people who, different than what we were talking about with Trevor Lawrence. They have that pride and respect for themselves. They're going to do everything they can, despite what the circumstances say to them. Devon Achane had freaking 174 yards, Fizz, on 22 carries. And then he added another 51 receiving yards on top of that. And I say it all the time. Devon Achane, regardless of the environment, will always be amazing. Yeah. So I love players like that, Fizz. So I guess the real question is, what do you think is going to happen with these Buffalo Bills if they keep playing like this? I mean, how do you go from beating the freaking Chiefs that looked unbeatable and then losing the freaking Miami Dolphins?
I say this every week. You play to the level of your competition, bro. This happens every single freaking week. You play the Chiefs and look like the MVP, best teams of the league. Then you play the Dolphins. You play the Panthers. You play these garbage teams and you look like garbage, bro. And I guarantee you, let me go look at the Bills schedule because who they play next week? The next week will determine.
They just lost the division. The New England Patriots are going to win this division now.
Oh yeah, well, I'm not knocking that. I try to tell you the New England Patriots are going to be up in there.
You didn't say that they're going to beat the Bills and have a division.
Gave them a playoff spot. I'm probably the only person in the media that said it was a playoff spot, a team. You feel me?
We're in the media now because we're on YouTube.
Damn right, I'm in the media, baby. All right?
Oh yeah, I'm part of the media, sir.
Give me my media pass. All right, I'm coming through. But get out the way, man. I'm answering questions here. But no, I'm just saying though. Seriously, I think Buffalo to me definitely lost that spot. I think as long as New England stays healthy, and now they've unlocked Travion Henderson, the lock and key, the chain is off. We don't know if the Rhino is coming back next week. Who cares? Travion Henderson ran that ball like we've been waiting, and finally the coach let him go. And I don't mean to talk about this during this game, but I didn't bring that game up. I don't think. No, I didn't. I'll just say, speaking of it could be in the division, whenever you got a rookie rock that looks over to the coach and asks, should I score or should I not? That lets you know this guy is solid. Travion Henderson and the New England Patriots will run this division, and I ain't mad at it. Shout out my boy Connor for being a Buffalo fan. We sorry that we got can't pay the bills for you on this one, brother. All right, it's over with, man.
Here's their schedule, Fizz. Tampa Bay, Houston, Pittsburgh, Cincy, New England again, Cleveland, Philly, New York Jets.
It's a mixed bag. It's not a guaranteed victory all the way across the board, but it's a mixed bag of teams. It is, like you said, it depends on how they play it, man. I'm sure it's cold as hell in Buffalo right now, so that run game better be picking up because they damn sure gonna be running the ball.
Yeah, I think they need a lot of different things they really need to fix, especially when it comes to their pass catching. Or they're not going to make it in December, or not in January is what I mean to say.
Yeah, you can't have a receiving room like that and expect to win a Super Bowl, bro. It's gonna be tough to do that. Much as your running game is powerful, you got to have some locked in. When Philly had Devontae Smith, they knew we got to get AJ Brown. We got to get us a 1-1 to the 1B or the 1-2. So hopefully they go out there next year, figure it out. Hey, that first round pick sound good now, Rob, but on draft night, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a move coming if somebody's on the chopping block. So
yeah, and that defense isn't that great either.
It's not. And they got rid of half the defense in the offseason. So them being where they are now is kind of surprising. But Josh Allen is just that good. But enough of the bad times, Rob. We're going to talk about some good times, baby. We're going to hook you up because this is your new favorite team. And let's talk about your boy Sam Darnold, baby. All right, Sam Darnold, who almost blew this game. They almost blew this damn game, bro. They was lighting it up. And then all of a sudden, turnover, interception, fumble, turnover. Did Seattle want to win this game, brother, or would they just say, you know what, it's child's play. This is a child's game. Let's go ahead and let our little brother score some points out here. You know what I'm saying? What's up with Seattle? Even though they won the game, they scored 21 and 17 at halftime. They scored 6 points in the second half. How you felt about this game from your boy Sam Darnold? Pretty much locking down. He only had one interception, one touchdown, and 178 yards, but. Damn, right now I think this man only threw 12 times. What the hell? I'm tripping. I thought he had a game, but
no.
You know what? Now I think about it, it was the defense. Yeah, because I was going through all my stuff this morning. The defense scored 2 back-to-back touchdowns to stop the game, and my boy
Marcus Lawrence.
My boy Lawrence, man, he left the Cowboys and said he couldn't wait to lead the Cowboys, and he went to Seattle and scored 2 damn touchdowns this week. So
you got to do the quote from Michael Irvin.
Oh. Hey, nah, my man Irvin got real graphic, man. What was that joint? He said, damn. Oh no, that's what he told him. He said, yeah, I hear you said you want to lead the Cowboys, you're going to Seattle, but I'm gonna tell you something. You don't want to be left out. The motherfucking family, huh? He said, don't get kicked out. The motherfucking family. So you better be careful, Lawrence, all right? You better be careful, Playboy, out there in Seattle, man. Rob, let us know about Seattle, man. Your newfound QB, Sam Darnold, who bet it all on. Even as a third QB, he didn't have the best game. It wasn't MVP like, but 44 points in Seattle. Hey, they weren't doing that for 10 years straight. So to see that happening now, man, is a good thing. Let us know about your boys, man.
So the Seahawks, they had a 35-0 lead by the end of the second quarter, Fizz. They are just the third team in the Super Bowl era to build back-to-back 35-point leads in consecutive games, which is absolutely crazy. DeMarcus Lawrence had 2 defensive touchdowns, both scoop and score fumbles from Tyrese Knight. That's the first time in his 12-season career he's recorded 2 touchdowns in a game. The Seahawks rushed for 198 yards, marking their highest ground game total of the season and the first time they reached nearly 200 yards in a game since 2022. So, they're winning super convincingly. Fizz, they're one of the best defenses in the NFL. So when you have, a defense like that gives you that many opportunities, when you have a rushing attack like they do with Charbonnet, with Kenneth Walker, even Helani, got involved in this game as well, Fizz. He had 7 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown. Man, can't they give Kenneth Walker
I was waiting for you to bring it up, bro. That is the stat I want to talk about the most. Everybody ran all these yards, all these touchdowns. Meanwhile, Kenneth Walker, your number 1 running back, the guy who everybody drafted high, 0 touchdowns, bro. They just seem to skip around him every time the goal line comes or opportunity comes to score 6 points, and we're gonna get you out of here, man.
How about your guy Cooper Kupp getting a 67 yard reception, Fizz.
Go,
He had 74 yards.
MVP, triple crown. Let's get it, Rock.
After all the shit I was talking about Cooper Kupp. Rashid Shaheed, I guess it's going to take another week, Fizz. I was telling a lot of people to start him. He had 1 catch for 3 yards, but that's fine. It's fine. Just give him a little bit of time. He did not need to be used in this game when you're up, when you're doubling the score of your opponent.
Sure.
But Fizz, yeah, this team is for real. They have a great defense. Sam Darnold is cooking. They have an amazing just complement of wide receivers, Fizz. They're not the best of the best, but they're best at what they do. I mean, Cooper Kupp is probably the highest paid blocking wide receiver now in the NFL.
And he's 30 years old, still blocking. He ain't got no problem with it.
And they need that in order to have an effective run game. JSN has another amazing game, 5 catches, 93 yards, and a touchdown. At least on the other side, Fizz, I mean, we can at least thank Jacoby Brissett for what he's doing for Trey McBride. He had 9 catches, 127 yards, and a touchdown. So he had another amazing game. Marvin Harrison Jr., 3 for 33 and a touchdown. Yeah,
12 targets is a lot of targets, bro. They tried. He tried. That's
it is. And he had one that was, he had a catch in the end zone, and it was just, it was broken up.
Ball out. Yep.
It was a great play by the defender. So, no, this Seattle Seahawks team is for real. They are in a brutal division with the 49ers and with the Rams.
Yeah.
Fizz, who are you taking between the Seahawks and the Rams? Because that's really what's going to decide this division.
Well, you just spoke on defenses. They both have great defenses. And now, do they have great defenses? They play at their strengths. I think Seattle, the reason why Cooper Kupp and Arroyo and JSN, and they aren't the sexiest room of pass catchers, but they work for Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not saying Justin Jefferson and Addison and those guys weren't great, but for a guy like Sam Darnold to have a kind of an underclass receiving core, I think it fits with who he is. He's kind of a low-key underclass guy. He don't need big names popping off and the media in the locker room asking this play without the Pro Bowler. I think Sam Darnold likes a low-key environment, and this environment is low-key enough for him. So I think with what the running game is consistent. His receivers, especially JSN, low-key, consistent, dog. But all that to say, Sean McVay all the way, baby. All right, we got Devontae Adams, we got Puka Nacua, we got 5 tight ends that Matt Stafford throw to every damn week. We got Kyron Williams, we got Matt Stafford, MVP in the building. I'm going. Unfortunately for the Seattle way, I'm going to LA side, baby. West Coast, West Side in the building. All right, Rock. We going West Coast on this one.
Well, Fizz, we're going to find out next week when they play each other. So that's going to be in Los Angeles, and then they also play. That's going to be the first matchup they have. They play each other the second time on. I don't know if it's Sunday or Monday Night Football.
It got to be a prime time because they've been trying to make division games.
It says Prime Video, so that it's probably a Thursday night game.
Yep. Because they've been making big division games on Thursday, so I can see this Thursday night. Yep.
Yeah, that is in week 16. So that's going to be
that might be when it matters the most. So.
This next week is going to matter a lot too, Fizz. So with how close both of them are in the division, it's going to be probably the game of the week next week.
For sure. No question about that one, bro. I will just say though, shout out my boy Cooper Kupp, baby. Right? I'm just saying, man, that's my dog right there. Everybody know it. Everybody need to know it, man.
Rayshawn, we already talked about Mills.
No, he picked up, bro. The man spent $200-something on Davis Mills,
Fab.
and I clowned him, and then he won his week because of his trash. So now he hyping it up. It's all good. It's all good. Shout out to you. You still spent $200 on a box of cereal, so you don't get any props for that. All right. We don't want General Mills. We want Kellogg's. All right, big dog. But luckily, you won your game.
Like Captain Crunch.
And I know Mom's in the building, so Rock, we're going to breeze through this one. But I want to talk about these Washington Commanders and how trash they are, how it's time to give up on this season. But mostly I want to talk about the Detroit Lions because they took a step back. They lost last week. I thought before even looking, I would have thought they were number 1 in their division. And now with the Packers losing, I'm sure they moved up. But just 2 weeks ago, they were number 3 in the division behind Chicago Bears. And Chicago Bears won. Detroit won, Green Bay lost, but of course, Green Bay has that tiebreaker. So When I go to this division, I had it up, rocking. Okay, dude. So Detroit Lions moved up. They 6-3. The Chicago Bears are now number one in this division, right? They 6-3, and Green Bay, even with the tie, moved down to number 3. So Chicago number 1, Detroit number 2. I know they played each other last week. Where you at with the Detroit Lions, man, and this dominant victory over the Commanders, which I didn't expect them to lose, but Jahmyr Gibbs just looks so dominant, bro. Like one gap and it's over with, bro. I don't know if the Commanders fans watched the Detroit Lions games, but I know when they saw this dude get the ball, they had to be like, man, it's over with, because he took off on one of those runs, man, and went like 40-some yards, and it was just a thing of beauty, bro. So what you think about the Detroit Lions team, and where they at with you in this division with the Bears and the Packers, and how's it going to close out? We'll be finishing that.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I picked them to actually go to or at least to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I think because we redid it too. It was Detroit, Philly.
It was between them and the Rams.
Detroit, Philly, and the Rams for you. I can't remember which 2 out of the 3.
I don't remember either. Whoever goes to Super Bowl, that's who I picked. So
hey, that's exactly how I like it, big dog. We never lose on this side, all right?
Exactly. Fizz, this is the craziest thing that people kept talking about after the game was over, was the fact that head coach Dan Campbell took over the offensive play calling.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to change things up. He wanted to switch things up. More news came out a little bit afterwards that I can't remember. I don't even know what their OC's name was, or their former OC's name was, but apparently he was pissing people off, both the coaches and the players. So MCDC just, he went in there with his giant bicep, just put a headlock on him. He's like, give me these play calls. So that's what he did. And Fizz, they had one of the best games of their entire season. And that's the crazy thing, Fizz. They were number 2 in scoring offense going into this game. And MCDC was just like, that ain't good enough. I want to be number 1. And they scored on their first 8 possessions in this game. Jahmyr Gibbs had 142 yards and 9.5 yards per carry. He had 2 touchdowns.
Bro, he was rushing. The ball was a first down. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it was wild. 2 rushing touchdowns, a receiving touchdown. He became just the 5th player in NFL history to have more than 40 career touchdowns before turning 24 years old. The Lions' offensive line allowed 0 sacks, 0 tackles for loss. The team never punted. And the Commanders allowed 546 yards of offense. That's the most they've surrendered in an offense since December of 2019. So, these teams are going in completely different directions right now. Unfortunately, for Washington Commanders, they can't stand their own damn team right now because it looks old and deflated and just bombed out. It just does not look very, very
I wish
good.
I would have put a bet down that they wouldn't make the playoffs, because I damn sure would have won that money, man. I did not put it down. I just said it on here. But I'll just be honest, right? I think the reality is just time to set in. If I'm a fan of this team, I don't want them to win. I want them to look good, close out, but the wins doesn't matter at this point. What are you gaining out of another win, right? You're not gaining anything. I know the Detroit Lions. And the thing I don't like about the Dan Campbell's conversation, like you said, they were number 2 in scoring before he took over. Yes, he did put up 44 points, but this is a broken team he played, bro. I want to see you call this same kind of game against the Bears, against the Packers. And I'm not saying Dan isn't capable of doing that, but I think it's easy to hype him up for stealing the play calls and they playing a beat down Commanders team and kind of praise him. So I want to see him do this against another opponent that really can put up a fight against his play calling. So,
well, it's funny you say that because they're playing the Eagles next week.
Now I want to see him call plays, because Patty, I'm not saying that Dan walking around patting himself in the back, none of that. But if he riding down like Suge Knight with the windows half cracked, like, yeah, I called that gameplay, boy. Come on, Dan, man. We want to see you do it against the Eagles, all right? Not the Commanders. So hopefully we get there. I don't think Dan that kind of guy, but I definitely don't want the hype of Dan Campbell calling this game and everything changed to make it look like that was what it was.
Well, Fizz, I'm a big Dan Campbell guy, so I'm going to go with this narrative. So he at least got my guy, Jameson Williams, involved hell of a lot more. 6 catches for 119 yards, a touchdown. Amon-Ra he still had a touchdown as well. And Jared Goff had 3 touchdowns. So, yes, it is against the lowly Washington Commanders who have been stripped of all their honor. They've lost all their good soldiers. Everything that's left now is just old and decrepit, unfortunately for the Commanders. And here's the other thing that's terrible, too. They've traded a lot of draft capital to be able to go all in and win. Fizz, what do you think of this strategy? They thought that they had a Super Bowl window with Jaden Daniels taking them to the NFC Championship game. They traded away a lot of draft capital to have a win-now team. But Fizz, they are the oldest team in the NFL, and it's not even close. So the average age, I believe, for the NFL, it's like 26, 27 years old. Fizz, they're a full year older in average age. They're a 28-year-old team.
I said this last year, bro. I said they just happened to win last year, but last year everybody they signed in free agency was 30 years old. They win guys Zach Ertz. Louvu was coming off a great kind of sort of start career in Carolina, but a lot of the other guys they signed were old. They got Von Miller this offseason. I mean, they just getting band-aids to cover up holes.
I forgot that he was even on the team, Fizz.
Exactly. That's my point, bro. This team is too old. They traded away all those picks for Lattimore, who's getting cooked every week. They made a lot of bad moves, and it's okay, though, because you have your quarterback. It's all good. When I got Jaden Daniels, Rob.
It's not, though. Because if you trade away all of your picks, the number one thing that you need that I spoke about earlier is homegrown talent, Fizz. If you trade away all of your draft capital, that means that you have to go into mercenary mode with all these free agents, and that you have to help. They do have the what is it called? The cap space to be able to do it, Fizz. But you don't want to have to pay up to try to get all the best or medium, priced players in the NFL. Whereas if you had homegrown talent, if you had that draft capital, it elongates your window to be able to make a Super Bowl. They may not be as talented as some of these veterans, but who are you going to get at the veterans? You're going to get the next Deebo Samuel, another guy who you probably overpaid for. He has an injury history, and he's on the older side of being a wide receiver. So he looked very, very good.
In a losing season, so it was like a waste this year. So
yeah, it's just like when Treylon Burks is your leading wide receiver, Fizz, it's over. It's gotten really bad.
Baby. I don't know if everybody was laughing at me when they saw me put a fab on them, but I knew Burks. Right, this team is so bad. I thought Treylon Burks could take over the receiver steals. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he did this week. So shout out to me for doing that. But I'm gonna be real.
Just hope it doesn't set them back, Fizz. That's the only thing I really worry about is them going all in.
I like that call because you're right. It's not all about just betting it all. But I think what happened, Rock, is we got caught in the moment. Like I said last year, this team saw a new ownership, new GM. They just had to feel like we gotta make the people believe we're trying to win now. Because if we give all of this big presentation that looks so beautiful that we got Dan Snyder out of here and we starting over and we lose another 5 years, man, they're gonna be done before we even get started. So I think they went and got older, proven vets to kind of show the fan base, hey, we not here just to be playing around. We're trying to win. We're trying to win now. And last year was kind of a sighting of that. It's just the smoke cleared in the room, and now the windows are open, and we looking out and seeing absolutely nothing. So I will say, though, the new stadium, it definitely is in the mix. RFK Stadium, I drove by it the other day. It's pretty much ripped down, Ross. So that site for the new stadium is there. They had Trump in the building. Trump was on the mic talking. He said he wished he had a sportscasting job. You're the president. I don't know why you want a sportscasting job, but shout out to the president being at the game and the Commanders showing him how good this city really is, man. So Dan Campbell took over the play calls. The Commanders are who they are. And, Rock, we can move on. But I will say this. Shout out to Chargers fan. We appreciate this happening. He said, how was Herbert not in the MVP talk? Because with everyone hurt around him and basically having the worst ranked offensive line, he's carrying that team to 7-3, and they 3-0 in the division, 4-0 in prime time. So I kind of like that call, right? I haven't heard anything about Justin Herbert being in the MVP talks as far as like guys like Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes. What we have with Justin Herbert right now in the MVP race?
I I'd have to look up because I was about to look up how many draft picks the Washington Commanders have traded away.
Okay, yeah, well, you can stay on that. You can stay on that.
Well, now I want to look up the Vegas odds for MVP race. I just want to see where he's at.
And you can come back to the Commanders trade thing. And yes, I think Trump was caught in the plays, Shelley, so that's for sure.
Did you see that dance that Amon-Ra did? So
yeah.
Okay, here are the MVP odds. So Drake May is number 1 at plus 300. Matt Stafford is after him. Mahomes is after him. Then Jonathan Taylor. Then Josh Allen. Then Sam Darnold. Then Jalen Hurts. Then Lamar Jackson. Then Baker Mayfield. And then Justin Herbert.
Sheesh. Hey, look, no respect, Chargers fan. No respect at all, big dog.
So, but here's the thing, though. Like, yeah, it's fine. He is having a great season. There's lots of QBs that are having fantastic seasons. But to say that Justin Herbert, if you were going to vote for the absolute best player in the NFL MVP, are you going to take Justin Herbert over Drake May or Matthew Stafford or even Jonathan Taylor? Because I'm not. I mean, Justin Herbert's having a fantastic season. I think he's a top 10 QB this season, but I don't think he's the MVP.
Yeah, I agree. I'll even say this. Sometime, and he gave a great stat: 7-3, 3-0 division, 4-0 in prime time. I'm with you on all that, right? But this is the thing, Rob. I even believe Sam Darnold is more of an MVP than Justin Herbert, and it's because of the circumstances. Justin Herbert is he's in the team where he started with. They built around him. They put him kind of in a better position. It's almost like the Coach of the Year award, right? And I tend to hate this award now because it seems like they give it to the coach that, you know, maybe the people wanted to see come out of the mud and get it out the mud and do better, right? Because guys like Sean McVay should have been 1-1. Dan Campbell, the way he turned around that franchise, should have been 1-1. When Cleveland Brown coaches win Coach of the Years 2 times, and that should never happen, bro, in this league, right? So, but it happened because they were with bad teams, bad situations, and they got through it. And I think Justin Herbert coming in this year after making the playoffs, people kind of expected him to kind of look the way he's looking. He is outperforming what he is, but I think Sam Darnold, nobody saw this coming, right? Baker Mayfield losing all of his weapons and still staying afloat in his division. This big names like that, Jalen Hurts, seeming to not have the best week every week, but locking in when it's time, like last night, to tell you, look, we ain't losing this game, it's over with. Those are the guys that you look at and say, that's the MVP. I think with Justin Herbert, the only knock on him, if the Chargers didn't have Herbert Rock, and this is a shot in the dark, if they didn't have Justin Herbert and they had a Bo Nix, could they be 6-4 instead of 7-3? Like, he might be I'm no knock from Justin Herbert, because I know I sound crazy saying this. But just looking at what's around him and looking at the coaching, people don't respect what Herbert's done more so than what a guy like Baker, Sam Darnold, and these other guys in front of him are. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say.
And we just went through it. You mean, check out last week's QB video, Fizz. But I'll go through it again real quick. Just how good of a season Justin Herbert. He came out 6th in my process, Fizz, right after Dak Prescott, Sam Darnold, and Matthew Stafford. He's top 6 in points per game in the fantasy football. He's top 6 in PFF pass grade, neutral pass rate. He is getting a lot of opportunities. Rushing yards per game, turnover worthy play rate. He's bottom 6, Fizz. So, yeah, he's one of the top 6 QBs in the NFL. But I'm not going to take him over what I've seen from Sam Darnold, Matthew Stafford, Drake May. Maybe he's like Dak Prescott, you know? It's just like they're both having probably arguably the best years of their career. They're doing a lot more with a lot less. But until the Chargers are top 2 or 3 team in the NFL, you're not going to get the MVP votes. You have to look like one of the best teams. And the whole reason why you have to look like one of the best teams is because of you, Fizz. So it's just like the Patriots look like one of the best teams because of Drake May. Yeah. So it's the same thing with Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold. So
yeah. Hey, look, Rock, when you say because of you, I'm like, because of me, what I do? I want to sound like 50 Cent. But you talking about because of you, the player. I got you. I'm like, huh? Because of you, what? But now you have to look like the MVP. Like, no knock on Justin Herbert, but if they got another quarterback in there that was capable to run the offense. Could they still do the same thing? Who knows? We know damn well the Colts wouldn't be who they are without Jonathan Taylor. We know damn well Matt Stafford throwing 4 touchdowns a game to tight ends of all things. Like, that ain't going to happen on just any other quarterback coming in doing that. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, these guys are the MVP of their team, and it's showing in the rankings and the ratings and the odds. So, no knock on Justin Herbert, man, but Chargers fan, man.
Chargers fan, he just wanted a little bit of love. There's enough love to go around. We like Justin Herbert. We didn't like all the hate that he was getting during the offseason, so where he was getting drafted around CJ Stroud. Unfortunately, we also liked CJ Stroud during this offseason as well. But Fizz, so I did look it up. The Washington Commanders have traded away 5 picks. Their 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks.
That's what upcoming draft is up, because that was for last year. I think last year they did a swap. I remember with Philly, they moved up like a couple picks. And
this is in the last year. This is in the last year. So that means that they won't have these picks in 2026/2027.
Okay. And so I'm saying that to say, even last year they made trade because they gave up like 2/3 to move up into Philly last year during the draft. They made a lot of moves, is what I'm trying to say, bro. So to know that they have like 6 picks missing next year and the following year is like,
And it just speaks to, if they're already the oldest team, then how are they going to get younger? They're not going to be able to get younger. And it's not all about getting younger, but here's the thing. You got to be able to give yourself a window. You have to be able to develop talent. Please, you can't just like treat this like fantasy football where you have a whole bunch of draft capital. Oh, I'm just going to just try to buy myself a championship. That's what they tried to do. They tried to take a shortcut.
Only amount of teams did that, Rock. That was the Rams. That was, and even the Rams did it with one quarterback. They had everything else in place. They just had to get a quarterback. The Patriots, they tried to do that, didn't work. Can't buy championships, baby. Only Philly can do that. We know that they just got the cheat code. You know what I'm saying? But kind of hard to try to buy a championship in this game today.
It is. So
it ain't.
All right, we can move on.
It ain't the NBA. We gonna move on, man. Shout out to them. Oh no, what I'm trying to do, Rock? Did I talk about that? Yeah, I sure did. All right, well. Now we're gonna get to the ending of this recap, Rob, because I want to talk about these 2 guys. We know Chargers fan brought them up with the list. Let's talk about the first guy, man. MVP candidate for show, Jonathan Taylor. They played this game across the waters, man, overseas. And my man, did you see Daniel Jones with the bloody lips, bloody mouth, bro? My man looked like Wayne Gacy out here, man. I thought the serial killer was. I was like, man, what the hell is going on? I said, hold up, man. What Daniel Jones doing, man?
Holy shit, Fizz.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro. He had the clown lips. And I was nervous out there for the Atlanta Falcons, bro. I thought it was over with, man. I thought Daniel Jones came to kill something. So when I look at this score, though, bro, 31-25, it was an overtime game. So for those that watch morning games and you woke up excited that we got football in the morning, you got even extra butter on your toast when you saw this one. It started off as a bad game, then it was a shootout, then it was Jonathan Taylor's show, baby. Jonathan Taylor, Rock. I know they don't give the MVP to running backs and other positions because they love the quarterbacks. They want to, suck all on their nipples and just give them all the love they want to give them, right? I want to say another word, but I didn't want to say it, man. PG 25 rating on this show. But I will just say Jonathan Taylor, man, took off. He did what he did. And I'm going to be honest, Rob, I don't think it's no running back in this game. And I repeat, no running back in this game, in this league, better than this man on Sundays, on Thursdays, and Mondays when we watch him, bro. 32 attempts, 7 yards a carry, 244 yards, 3 touchdowns. And this, I know you got the stats over there, bro, but how many 3-4 touchdown games this man had this year? Because it's got to be at least 6 to 7. And I would just say this. I know they don't give it to running backs, but if the fan in me wants to see anybody but a quarterback win it, let's get Jonathan Taylor's MVP, baby. Let's get him going with the Colts, and let us know how they won this game and why JT is the MVP right now, bro.
So through 10 games, Fizz, Taylor has 1,139 rushing yards. He has 15 rushing touchdowns. He also has 260 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. He is on pace, Fizz. Give me the over-under. What do you think he is on pace for scrimmage yards and touchdowns at the end of the season? Scrimmage yards.
So my scrimmage yards is definitely over 2,000. I'm gonna give him Scrimmage yards, I'm gonna say 23, over 2,300. Touchdowns, he got 15 already. Is that including receiving touchdowns too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
total touchdowns.
Touchdowns, I'm gonna give him. Man, he going 3 a game, bro. This is like 6 more games left. I'm gonna give him 28. I'm gonna give him 28 touchdowns. He going football numbers out here. I mean, quarterback numbers. 28. Go ahead.
I think you're this because you're almost.
Bro, I'm really not. I'm right hand up. I'm not. I'm off the top of the dome right now with this. We freestyling, baby. Let me know. Give us the numbers, baby.
2,378 scrimmage yards, 29 total touchdowns.
Damn,
that's what he's on pace for.
Well, I was gonna go over 28. So, 29. Yeah, that's over. All right, cool. All right, hey, just saying, baby. I know how to bet, man. I need to put these bets in right now, man. Hold up, hook it up, baby.
So here's some of the other crazy things that he's accomplished this season. So he has joined an elite tier, Fizz. Before age 27, he has surpassed 7,000 career rushing yards and 70 combined touchdowns. Only Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown, and LaDainian Tomlinson. They're the only 3 who have done that. He is the first player in NFL history to rush for 15 touchdowns and average 6 yards a carry in his first 10 games. So,
well, before you continue, I want to bring this up. DR said that Barkley didn't win it last year. How can Taylor? And I'll say it is DR. And
playing better than Barkley did last year.
I'm gonna say this. This is the even more reason why I think he could. We all know Philly could have did maybe what they did last year without Saquon. Saquon was just the icing on the cake, in a sense.
That Fizz.
They don't. I don't mean that they could have won the Super Bowl, but bro, this team was elite before Barkley got there. Let's just be real, right?
I don't know. I can't take it out. Fizz, I hate the what if shit, man. Okay, he did contribute to it. They did win a Super Bowl because of him.
What I'm saying is his contribution to that team versus what Jonathan Taylor is to his team is totally 2 different spectrums. That's all I'm trying to say.
Fizz, I'm not taking nothing. They're not the same team without Barkley. Remember, their bum ass team got beat by the Buccaneers like really badly. They were not going in a good direction offensively until Barkley showed up.
Yeah, they won 10 games that year too, though.
No one cares. No one cares about that because they were in an offensive identity with Steichen. When Steichen left to the Colts, they were in a huge offensive identity crisis. Then they get Barkley. Everything clicks into motion.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that, what's his name? Daniel Jones is really the reason why that they're clicking with Shane Steichen and the Colts, but
he's a big part of it. He is a big part of it. Continue on with whatever. Yeah. So I'm gonna close it out and saying I'm not taking nothing away from Barkley. They don't win a Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley. I'm not. That's a fact. What I'm saying is though, I still think they would have made the playoffs, and they possibly could have made an NFC Championship. I don't know. So I know you're going with the 1F30. I feel it. All I'm saying is Jonathan Taylor's contribution to the Colts, to me, is much more impactful than Barkley's was with the Eagles, because I think coming into last year, the Eagles would have been ranked as a top 3 team in the NFC regardless without Barkley. I don't think the Colts would have been ranked as anything if just Daniel Jones and no Jonathan Taylor on this team. So I think it's just 2 different sides of the totem pole when we're talking what the player means to their team.
Yeah, I mean, and it's hard to argue with that only because Jonathan Taylor is having a better season. So if you're saying that he's having a bigger impact because he's having a bigger season than Saquon Barkley did last year, I'm not going to knock that whatsoever. You did ask earlier how many 3 touchdown games has he had? He's had 1 against Tennessee, so that was easy. 1 against Las Vegas, that was also easy. 1 against the Chargers, that's a lot harder. And then he just had another one against Atlanta. So actually, wait, and then he had 3 touchdowns against Tennessee again. So
one of them was 2, the Tennessee 3. One. He didn't have 3 rushing. It was 1 was receiving because they accidentally passed the ball forward because he would have broke a record for like 3 consistent or something. So I do remember that. But
that's 5 3 touchdown games.
Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy.
In 10 games. Half of his games.
If you don't win your championships in fantasy this year, you got Jonathan Taylor. Man, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you.
They're just years like Jamar Chase last year, LaDainian Tomlinson back in the day. Whenever you have a guy like this, it's like you need to be able to win your championship.
You have to. And speaking of guys like that, do you have any more to break down about this game, bro? Because I know The Atlanta Falcons just pretty much stink, man. They 3-6, Rock, and they don't even have their own pick. You know who had their pick?
Who? Oh, the Rams.
The Rams.
The LA Rams.
Oh my God. What are the Rams doing with 2 first rounders? Oh, what the hell? Hey, man, give me a Rams jersey, man. Go get my COOKUP jersey, baby. It's going down. Shout out to Rams. West Coast, baby. We in the building, man. I'm a Rams fan, man. All right.
Man, that is really, really tough to be able to see that for Atlanta. But I don't really give a shit about Atlanta. So
man, F them. I'm over there, man. Speaking of the LA Rams, though, let's get it started in this segment, man. LA Rams, Matt Stafford, MVP Stafford is what they like to call him these days. The man throwing 4 touchdown games like it's nothing, man. Like it's water. He feeding the streets. He feeding the city, man. And he like the tight end position. He likes all his tight ends. He got Puka Nacua. He got Devontae Adams. If I ever was to say the LA Rams look locked in as the best team when they line up against any other team, this is the year, man. When they come on that field, Rock, ain't too many teams that I could just say that, oh man, they got a challenge today, or oh man, you know, I'm not saying they don't have a challenge because they are good teams in the league. I'm just saying when this team lines up, even against that 49ers team who beat them on Thursday night, which I still think that was a fluke. I think this week, with it not being on Thursday, they said, all right, man, let's get back to reality. And we're going to remind y'all that should have never happened before. But let us know about Matt Stafford and these LA Rams and why they pretty much my Super Bowl favorite right now on the NFC side, bro.
Fizz, Stafford has 25 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions through 9 games. He leads the league in touchdowns and ranks among the lowest in interceptions. So if you pace that out, I think he's basically on pace for 47, 48 touchdowns and 4 picks, which is absolutely crazy. His passer rating is 114.8. His completion percentage is 67.1%. So those are both elite numbers right there. He reached a major career milestone, Fizz. 60,000 career passing yards. He's only the 10th quarterback in NFL history to do that. He has become the first quarterback in NFL history to throw 4+ touchdowns and 0 interceptions in 3 consecutive games.
0 interceptions, bro. That's the biggest stat.
It is. So he's throwing a lot of touchdowns. You know, we talked about it all offseason, Fizz. Was there any, acquisition that we were more excited for than Devontae Adams going to LA?
You were definitely excited, bro. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say I slept on Tay, but you definitely kept the window like, look, no, this is the move right here. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the best thing about Stafford right now. Only does he have 2 dogs at receiver, the guys know how to attack the ball. They don't drop the ball. Puka and Adams do not drop the ball. Ain't no tip passes where interceptions happen. This is when I throw it to these guys, it's getting caught. Simple as that.
It's not the Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver crew that's out there playing. But I guess the real question is, if you had to put in a vote in, is it going to be one of these 2 guys, or is there a third guy? Who are you going to put your vote in for MVP?
Well, the fan in me want to see Jonathan Taylor because I'm tired of quarterbacks always winning, bro, to keep it 100 with you. I get tired of, like, they should have their own, the same way they have their own tax bracket, like quarterbacks. I take the back. Defensive ends seem to be getting paid what quarterbacks get paid too these days. So I'll just say this to close it up because I know I get the rambling too damn much. I don't want Jonathan Taylor winning because I'm tired of quarterbacks winning. But Matt Stafford 100% deserves his flowers for what he's doing too. I just, as the fan in me, want to see Jonathan Taylor win it. If I had this pickup guy to win it.
Yeah, I want to be mad if either of them do win it. I think both of them, even though when I looked up earlier, it's actually Drake May who's actually the number 1 odds of being able to make it the MVP, which is actually kind of, do you agree with that, Fizz? Do you think that he's going to win it by the end of the year?
No. I'm not sure how that's even like brought up. Because we talked about it in your quarterback series of Drake May is over Jalen Hurts right now in Dynasty rankings, which I was surprised to see that, right? Drake May Remember, I had
Drake May as the second best QB in the whole, only after Jalen Hurts. Those are the 2 elite of the elites. Then I had Matthew Stafford. So I think Drake May deserves to be in the MVP conversation. It's just whether or not he needs to be the number 1. I can't really argue with it, to be honest with you. It's very hard to be able to pick against these 3 guys. But I think these are the 3 clear front runners for me.
I agree. So who you taking then? You ain't say who you taking. I know you say either or, but we got to pick one, Rob. Pick one, man. I don't want to hear either.
I don't want to pick one.
Oh.
I wanted to ask you the question. No, we're going to move on to the next segment. We'll just clip yours.
You didn't gave up. You didn't got scared on me. All right.
Because here's the thing. All three of them are the best teams in the NFL. Who are you picking against the Rams or the Colts?
If you had it right now, I gave you $5 credit. DraftKings, who you picking to put your money on? Not who you want, who you think is going to win it from.
Drake May. Just because he's younger and sexier, it's more of a surprise. I think that's what they want to do. And also, too, who do you think has the best odds of being able to win their first playoff game? That's what ended up being the final nail in the coffin for, Josh Allen stealing that MVP away from Lamar Jackson. It's because he looked like ass versus the fucking Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Jonathan Taylor and the Colts lose in the week 1. I want them to go further than that, but if they lose the first round of the playoffs, they're not going to give it to Jonathan Taylor. So it's just like, it's going to be either Drake May or Matthew Stafford. So maybe that's kind of actually more of a nod to what you were saying with Matthew Stafford. So if he wins his first playoff week, I want to be surprised if actually. Yeah, Drake May is 50-50 of whether or not.
And honestly, I don't think they're going to give it to a running back anyway. John Taylor going to win the damn Super Bowl. I don't think they're going to give it to him anyway. They don't want him to get it. So, it might be Stafford and May at the end of the year. I just think I trust the consistency of Stafford and his offense to kind of close the job out and finish it. I'm not saying the Patriots can fall off, but if they did, we'll just chalk it up as they're still young. They're still going through the process. I think Stafford is no stepping back. They have to keep doing what they're doing. So I'm gonna give it to Matt Stafford, man. DR said, he's gonna give it to May. NFL, one of the Patriots, the important. That could be true too, DR. Think about the NBA terms, right? Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, and you got these young faces, the Michael Jordan, the LeBron James. Maybe they want Drake May to take over and say, hey, Stafford had his time. We need a young guy to be the face of this thing. And Jaden Daniels probably we thought wanted to be that this year. And that's Drake May time. So you could be right, DR. Maybe they want Drake May to be the face of the league this year. Keep it young, keep it fresh, man, and keep them jerseys selling,
Do you know the number one record holder for rushing yards in a season? Do you know who it is and how many yards he had?
You said record holder for yards in the season?
Yeah, rushing yards in a season.
Damn, Roger, so many good running backs. I want to say LT. I don't think it's LT. He got the touchdown.
He's not top 5. He's not top 5.
Oh,
no, he had the most touchdowns.
Yeah, I know LT got the touchdowns. Damn, bro. Please give it to me because I know what team.
He's got iconic goggles. He played for the Rams.
Oh, damn, Eric Dickerson. I ain't know that, bro. You know what? I did know that. Now that you saying, I did know Eric. Come on, Rob. Man, shout out to me for not knowing. Damn, idiot. What the hell are you doing? You know what's because AP was almost about to break the record. I'm tripping. Yeah, I remember that.
2,105 yards.
Oh God, brother.
It's all good. We don't talk about the old guys back in the day. 1984 Fizz, 2,105 yards. Adrian Peterson, 2,097 yards.
And they said they forgot when the time ran out that he'd almost come on. Man, how you missed that one, bro? Come on. And bro, I remember that like yesterday now because I wanted AP to break that record so freaking bad, man.
Yeah, Jamal Lewis, and then Barry Sanders, and then Derrick Henry. Those are your top 5. So I will say this:
Jamal Lewis was going to be my answer, but I didn't want to say him because I was like, nah, not Jamal. I don't think he got it. So, damn, that was a good question. Go ahead, my bad.
I was going to say if Jonathan Taylor, if he breaks Eric Dickerson's record, if he smashes it by these projections, if he goes 100 yards over, if he goes 200 yards over, he's projected for over 200 yards more than Eric Dickerson's record. They will give it to Jonathan Taylor. But you just have to hope that he continues this pace, Fizz. If he breaks the record, I think they will give it to him, no matter what.
Barring any setbacks in health, man, I don't see how he can't, bro. This team is amazing right now. They're doing what they got to do, and they leaning on the run game. It's not like Daniel Jones is being efficient, but he's efficient because they're scared of this run game.
He's had 2 bad games, Fizz, in a row. He's looking more like Daniel Jones of New York right now. So,
well, I'm going to say this, though. This team could survive with him having that. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Taylor, we got you. Look.
They went to overtime against the Falcons, Fizz. I don't know. You can't keep doing this shit all the time.
That's true. Falcons just, man, they shouldn't be where they are right now. They
He
only won
took
3
7
games.
sacks for 59 yards, Fizz. Daniel Jones, get the freaking ball out of your hands. Stop
Hey,
getting stacked all over the damn place.
All right, man. Listen, now you hating on the Colts, man. I ain't hating on the Colts. I'm just saying, let's get JT the MVP, baby. Even sound better. Matt Stafford
Yes.
MVP, Drake May MVP, JT MVP, baby. I'm going with the one that sound the best, and we're gonna roll with Jonathan Taylor. All right, Rod. Let's get the running back position popping. Hey, man, that's all the graphics I had today for the recap. But anything else you want to get into, man? Any fantasy, any hot colds, any O's? What's popping, man? Anything going on?
No, Fizz. I think we're right at a pretty good spot with 135. Unless anyone has any questions out in the chat, I do appreciate all of the chat today. There was a lot of different comments, a lot of participation, a lot of interaction, which I really do appreciate. This is the whole reason why we get up and do the COOKUP for you guys. So appreciate everyone this week. Fizz, unless you had something else, we can get out a word of wisdom.
Well, I gotta end with something, man, because I like running my mouth, bro. So I'm gonna ask you this: Week 11. Just give me your hot cold of the Week 11.
Okay.
Give me a hot cold fantasy wise. We're talking fantasy right now. We're gonna close out with that. Give me your hot take of fantasy Week 11 and your cold take of fantasy Week 11, bro.
Looking through the games
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Well, I'm just saying you can name the play. It don't have to be the team.
Yeah, I'm looking at matchups right now.
Okay. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna throw one at you.
Okay.
Matter of fact, make it even easier. I can go to projections for Week 11. Week 11 projections. Let me see who I don't like, Rocky. Let me see who I got. I called you Rocky, so that lets you know I'm on one right now.
Panthers and the Falcons are playing each other. That's probably going to be the most. Someone's going to lose real bad, I think, in that game.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask you this then.
Okay.
Jackson Dart. Don't got
He's not going to play. He's not going to play.
Oh, damn, I just saw that.
He's got a concussion.
Yeah, you're right. Damn. All right. Damn. I try to cheat. I try to get over on you too.
How about we, instead of doing this, how about we answer this guy's question?
Oh, I ain't see the question. My bad, big dog. Where we at?
It says Burrow a buy on a contender, or if Bengals lose next few games, they pick him in for the year. So I will say this. He has already declared, this is Joe Burrow I'm talking about, that he will be back playing Week 11. So regardless, I don't think they're going to shut him down for the year or anything like that. I think they understand and know that what Joe Burrow and what they spent on this offense with these top 3 players, with him, with Chase, and with T. Higgins, that they can beat any team out there and run the table. They almost did that last year. They lost it by 1 game. It was decided in the final week. Joe Burrow was sitting on his couch seeing his playoff hopes dry up like that. So I think they're going to try to run the table with him. It's between them and Baltimore. The Steelers are going to be, like a fly in the ointment. They're going to keep things interesting. But yeah, I think they're going to try to run the table. So with that being said, your buy window was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it's over with now, bro. It's kind of hard to buy now, DR.
But I will say this. He is still a buy. I think he's still top 5 QB. He still has the best duo wide receiver. Their defense is going to be trash from here until eternity. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be, you're never going to feel bad about getting him, about getting Lamar, about getting Hurts, about getting Josh Allen. It's just, he's an elite of the elite. Jaden Daniels, the same thing. So hopefully you watched last week's video when we talked about the QBs. Daniels and Burrow are both buys. They continue to be buys. And then for Burrow on a contender, absolutely, yes.
There we go. Well, D, I hope he hooks you up, big dog. Govnick, he said Falcons got shut out. You think London and the crew want redemption on the road? I think they want redemption every week, bro, because even when they win games, they don't look good doing it these days. So I think they need redemption, especially not having their first-round pick. And Raheem Morris, one thing I will say about the owner, Arthur, seems to me, man, he loved Raheem Morris, bro. That's his guy. He seemed to pick him out of the bunch. I don't know how long he has with this team, but I don't think they're in the rush to move him. And when I think of a Daboll moving, right, I know Raheem just got there. I get it. But if I see this same look next year, it's time to get him up out of there too. I want them to get an offensive guy in Atlanta anyway. I think that's the only way to propel the quarterback. I think they need a coaching renewal all day in Atlanta, man, to be honest with you. But road to redemption, they are definitely on for sure.
Fizz, this is a team that spent $100 million on a QB that is beat up and in shambles now. They also spent a first-round pick on a QB that is not playing very well. The same year they spent $100 million
There we go.
on Kirk Cousins, and then they traded away another first-round pick in order to move up so they can get this tandem at defensive end. And without a QB playing at a high level, they've spent so much capital, so much resources, so much investment on the QB position, and it's one of the worst-looking QB positions in the entire NFL. Fizz. Michael Penix, it's just like flip a coin whether or not he looks worse than Bryce Young, Trevor Lawrence, Tua. He's in the same category as all of those guys.
Yeah.
And they don't have a first-round pick next year. So it's just like they've really, really, really botched the shit out of this. Raheem Morris has done that over the last couple of years.
They did.
So I wouldn't be surprised if his ass is grass and gone before the season is over, especially at 3-6.
Never the answer, bro. I said it when he got hired.
The Carolina Panthers are 5-5, Fizz. They're 5-5,
baby. Come on, man. Let's get Cliff in there. You know how my boy do, man. That's my dog right there, man. I know you're having a bad season. Let's get Cliffy up in there, man.
I wonder if it was Cliff Kingsbury that was like, yeah, let's go all in. Yeah.
It probably was. Hey, look, my job on the line, man. I can't have this, man. All right. Rock, man, hook us up with some wisdom, man. And we're going to close out on your words, big dog. Do your thing.
Appreciate that. So here's my word of wisdom for this week. There will come a time, if you work hard enough at something, that doubt will creep in, burnout starts to hit you, and the love of something really begins to fade, Fizz. I recommend 2 things to push through. First thing is work on your health, sleep, diet, exercise, so you have the energy to accomplish all the things that you need to do. But if your love for something has faded, then do it for pride and respect for yourself. That's my word of wisdom for the week, Fizz.
Sound good to me, big dog. We appreciate them words, man. I needed to hear it. I always need to hear it. And just a reminder, man, for this mess I got to deal with tomorrow, don't be a bum. Don't steal tags off of people's bumpers because you don't have no life doing this, okay? I got to deal with this garbage tomorrow, man, because today is a holiday. Shout out to the veterans, man. We forgot to say that earlier. Salute to y'all, man. We appreciate everything that y'all doing, keeping us safe. And hopefully we help y'all stay entertained on your off days or if you're working through a light day at work. So we love being here. We love that y'all here. And hey, man, make sure you tapped in. I'm dropping these shorts probably daily now at this point. Rock got
great job with the shorts, Fizz.
Rock got the series coming up. This week we're doing receivers. Last week it was quarterbacks. First week it was the tight end position. So if you missed those, go to the channel, go to videos, not the live, the videos, and we got those listed. More work getting put in, more of a game getting spit, man, for y'all that need to hear. And we're going to keep putting that flavor in your ear, baby. So, Rock, man, anything, and we're going to close out, big dog.
That's it, man. Appreciate you guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon.
That's it, man. Well, look, stay locked in, stay tapped in, hit the notifications, hit that subscribe button. And, hey, we catch y'all next week, baby.